Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are back in Shaaloani, this time with doomy airships in the sky. And yeah, we want to do something about Zoralja and his army of robots, who are supposedly in that dome over there. The people of the world are brave indeed to remain here with those ships overhead. Everything seems in order at a glance. So this region has its own peacekeeping force. Oh, it's you two. And I be Vuklamat as well. Yes, Sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes? What's the situation here in Usatavi? Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us a shock when they first appeared, but they've just been floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating to the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked in on Shishinawazi Springs yet. Apparently mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. What? That's true, the people were in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. The rest of you could head to the springs. I'll pay a visit to Mevahetsuan. I'll accompany Erenville. See you all in a while. We're honored that Vaul Vuklamat should visit us personally. Please take care out there. And all clear this way. The mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in the area, so we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. You're the one who helped us the other day. Vaflika and the others are out investigating, and we've confirmed that Mitowivke is safe. It's after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. So those who were riding the train then are fine, but we don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yyasolani. It's a mess, and just after we finished fixing the tracks. Well, we have one here. The mechanical soldier shows no signs of life. It appears to have been run through the pole arm. Astinian! Ah, so that's the way of it. Good thing he showed up when he did. That's the way you came. As you can see, we're doing alright. Afterwards, ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt with them all in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never had the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yyasolani. We haven't heard from anyone there. I hope Namika as well. You heard about the spearmen as well? That couldn't be anyone else. That's it? Someone spreading more gossip about me? Talk of how I saved the town travels fast. Let's not discount the help of my friend here, of course. We gave those machines a real beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? So you were indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Gulujaja is slain. I'm afraid so. Zoralja used some dirty trick to get the better of him. We make him pay for what he's done, mark my word. You're going to help her, I presume. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength, in which case I will remain in Shaaloani and keep an eye on things. That helps us more than you know. I sent word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Connor. Connor? Brother? Wait a second. You have a vow of resolve? I am. You are Sakova, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaaloani after all. Guess we can attest to that. I can. Glad to hear it. We'll leave Shaaloani in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away, Evan. Stay safe out there and don't do anything reckless. Wasted words, huh? Just do what comes naturally. Right then. It's time we headed to the station and join the others. All right. It seems those soldiers only appeared in Shichinabezi spring. Could I have been after the ceruleum? It seems the people of Shaaloani are safe. What a relief. The Vadzone is still safe, but the animals are unsettled by recent events. The dome is absolutely massive. What manner of kingdom do you suppose it claimed within its borders? Raha and I visited the settlements west of here. Thankfully there was no damage of casualties to speak of. I heard from Vuklamat that Estinian was here. With him to watch over them, the people of Shaaloani will have naught to fear. Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaaloani. The Hetzaru are safe as well. At the very least, there were no signs of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It is composed of exceedingly high concentration of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. And how are we supposed to get inside? If Zoralja and his army emerge from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It so happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Yyasolani Railing, which operate the train between Shaaloani and Yyasolani. When we went out to recover the train, we had ourselves to look at the dome through a telescope. It was then that we saw it, a large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us part of it is inside and part of it outside? That seemed to be the case, yes. But we only observed from afar. The soldiers were coming and going from it. From that, I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you'd expect, the area is heavily defended. It won't be easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yyasolani? Vuklamat's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only the passengers who were headed back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everyone was fine when we arrived in Yyasolani. But when that big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back and all I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the track of all places. Whatever odds of that, huh? Assuming the fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected, I'll say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave it some thought. Zoraja wants me to prove that I'm Father's worthy successor. If I fail, he destroyed Tulliyolal. By charging in head on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy, I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you cut down before reaching the base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through the defense with a single decisive blow. And we'll have just that. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she'll carry, and set a hurtling adit to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? You were just saying how relieved you were the trains in one piece. Now you want to turn it into a bomb? The train's not important. Our dream was to have railroads running from coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? It's a sacrifice we have to make. These Scots folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside the dome and put a stop to all this. The least you can do is help them. But, Chief... Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. So have faith and quit your complaining. But what if we fail really, really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip, and we need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? There's no changing her mind, is there? Just promise you be careful of her, honey. We won't leave you with any sorrows to drown, never fear. Seeing as I've never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not. It would be a lie to say the loss of a train doesn't concern me. But with good friends and my loving wife beside me, this is all I really need in the end. Well, at least it'll go down as it's a legendary train that saved Tulliyolal. That it will. But first, we got to work to do, so she looked the part. Yeah! I don't know much about Magitech. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say a word. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems we have a far forward. I believe it's a good time for me to return to Tulliyolal and inform Connor of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. Meaning? The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of a gate in the Golden City. If you can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. To use this train as an explosive is a brazen plan. We'll have but one attempt, so we'd best make it count. The ships seem content to remain waiting in the skies, so let's make this opportunity to do what we can and prepare. I hope Namika is safe. Well, we have our plan. Now let's finish this train and blast our way into the dome. Even only just having met them, I can see how important the train is to Vavlika and me engineers. We can't let the sacrifice be for nothing. We'll make this plan work, see if we don't. Putting plans into locomotion. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zoalja will not strike Tulliyolal in retaliation? I considered the possibility, but when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tulliyolal, and it'll give him no satisfaction or attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed. If anything, we're more likely to put Tulliyolal in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zoalja? At least until Tulliyolal has shored up his defenses? Right, we'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us. In which time Connor will find a way to fortify Tulliyolal. If you believe this is the best course, we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. Everyone's hard at work on the train. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Looks like work's getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know if you would be willing to come and help us complete modifications on the train? Of course. What sort of craftsmen did you have in mind? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even if you're all aboard to fend them off, it will be over in an instant if I manage to get just one good hit on the ceruleum tank. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons. They have a mind to install grounding rods. Would you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that? You could ask Mugevu. A master carpenter from Okanu, eh? If they'd be willing, we'd be glad to have them. No objections from me. Just be sure not to forget that traditional greeting. But we need more than just a carpenter. We want this done in a timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task? Sumovo. Someone would be perfect. We'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokui, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokui? I'll be damned. We not want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. I guess not the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We need countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I for one can't use the magic, nor am I handy with a firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? Let's insta ballistas? Ballistas, huh? They will be powerful. It seems to me it takes too long to reload between shots. There's some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, then that would work. But weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I can be of assistance? The Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defenses. I see no reason why the design cannot be adapted for your train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Now that sounds like something Fongetem can help with. What are the materials we need? The barrel can be fashioned from any metal, so long as it's highly conductive to aether. To power the cannon, we require fire-aspected crystals of the highest purity. Fire crystals, huh? Might be as the miners over in the springs can help with that. Then, if I could leave the crystals and smiths in everyone's hands, I get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure us with smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shenza is in charge of our supplies, so it might be good to talk to him about it first. Well, I think we're set for a plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now, let's get this train dressed up and give her a proper farewell she deserves. My plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in Tulliyolal. I'll leave materials in your care. I think I shall send her over to the southeast. It's a shame citizens and engineers aren't here to help. If they were here, I'd expect they'd turn it into a flying train. Shanta's given me a list of materials. We see to it they have everything they need. Right, time to put my knowledge gained in the force to use. There should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons, interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. I'm not sure about the fire crystals, though. My best if you spoke directly with a miner. Can I leave it to you? Great. You're friends with Yate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get you the crystals you're after, it's her. Oh, Desiree, what brings you around these parts? I need fire crystals, lots of them. And good ones. The purest fire crystals, you say? I think I tell about them before, but what was that about? A hot commodity. Now remember, cerule annales. You find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want the purest crystals, well, you have to go after the oldest, toughest annals. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why everyone will think so highly of you. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. I think it's due to the ceruleum, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often that you see the bigger, dominating sort, and that's what you need. What you'll have to do is hunt down a few of their kind. Establish yourself as a threat. That's not to draw out the leader. Okay. That's the spirit. While you're in the hunt, I keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless travelers come stumbling in. You see no sign of your prey. Perhaps you have better luck to the south. Blazing cerule annales. I want to fly. Amazing, you dealt with a beast in no time at all. You need your crystals delivered to Shenza. I'll see that he gets it. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. And though he'd grumble if he knew I was asking this, please take care of Elena's spear. Anyway, I'd best be on my way. And you as well. In case you're going to meet her, I saw a Vuklamat heading for the station. Target dummies in form of Gigantus, or Taken care of the crystals, have you? Things proceed apace here too. Shanda told me you got the crystals for him. Good work! I just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. Damn it, I'm idle for a moment and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Aaronville. We'll be on our way soon and we'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ears off. Once my mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tulliyolal, I'd been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Valkona, I leapt at the chance to do my part. Peace will be restored, and we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. It's our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary Gurfel does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Yes, let's get to it. Alright everyone, that'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons, and have yourself a hard-earned rest. Thank you all again for answering the call. No need to thanks now. Whenever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed, we must all do our part when our nation is imperiled. Yeah, we love Tural and we love you, Vauluvuklamat. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Thanks again for all your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Go and rest up, friend. Won't be long before the train's ready. So, that music was an interesting choice. Not necessarily bad, but I can see some people cringing a bit. From here on out, we won't stop till the train's ready. If you had any preparations, now would be a good time to see to them. The boarding call will come before you know it. So any side quests left to do them now.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Until it suddenly does.
Finished at last! Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Armored with a palisade here.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
It's a shame we have to blow up.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
We will.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
Yeah.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Vanish!
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert.
We are on the train?
Here we go. Stand fast, everyone.
No, you don't. Have care! They've switched to firearms!
Oh dear.
Raha! Jump!
Yep. Cut them loose. Got you. I got your back.
Erenville, I need you to take over for me.
Protect the crystals.
End of the line, everyone!
Stubborn little... Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erenville?
Mostly.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Vanguard, now accessible. Next dungeon? I'll remain out of sight until the fighting is over. At the risk of repeating myself, try not to do anything reckless. The idea of venturing into enemy territory is daunting, but I believe I'm ready, or as ready as I'll ever be. There's no way Sriracha will be able to ignore our explosive entrance. The rest is up to you now. I can make my own way back, so don't worry about me. Take care and good luck. Just a little further and we'll be inside the dome. We couldn't have made it this far without the train. Let us see to it we go the rest of the way. Alright, but we enter the fortress next time and do the dungeon. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.